to the Kaiser. It's a office building, and they have a box of this. It's not really a phone box. There's only 2 numbers you do. Let me tell you something. I used to work with criminal offenders, and we had a self-defense class.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to follow up with Ms. Shrag was speaking on a lot of the topics she touched on. I agree with 100%. My name is Omar Powell. I'm a personal trainer in the Washington, D.C. area. A great audience. Thanks for having me tonight. Everybody look beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. You look like you're trying to stay fit, but I'm not too certain everyone's doing a good job at it. So I came to see whether or not there's ways that me and my partner can help you, and or if you got any questions that might can jumpstart your program on your own. If you can establish something within your community, we're going to try our best to, because it's not just about what you hear tonight that counts. It's about what you do with the information you receive that matters most. A lot of the things we talked about, Ms. Rag talked about, you might have heard once or twice, and you might have heard it from some really credible sources like your doctor, like your mother, like your son. But did you choose to apply the information you learned? And I know for myself, it doesn't always work that way when I relay information to my family. I usually get that blank look when I'm at the dinner table talking to my mom about why she shouldn't eat so much unhealthy food and why she should walk more. And the same goes for my grandmother, who is a diabetic, and my grandfather, who died from chronic diseases as well. So a lot of things that I tried to relay to my own family, I couldn't get across. But I still try to get the message across that living healthy and being active and fit is worth it in the end. Yeah. All right, and the end shouldn't be anytime soon if you're doing everything you need to do within the kitchen and outside of your home. And I say outside your home because a lot of people won't get the same energy and the same motivation by working out in their own home, in front of the TV, around all the distractions that come with trying to exercise within your own living room. So you might have bought some DVDs or you might have read some magazines, but did you make it down to the fitness center to actually do what you learned? Wow. And I see you guys got a pretty good fitness center here. So before I leave, I'm going to check everyone's interest on a weekly class that will be taught to individuals like yourself. Doesn't take a lot of equipment, body weight, get your heart rate up. But first I want to gauge your interest level. So within this group, how many people have ever had a gym membership before?
Oh, no.
Be honest, be honest. All right, good. Because the facts are what they are, and that 70% of Americans, at least, don't have gym memberships. So when I market to people, I don't market to people within my gym, which I've worked at for over 9 years, the same gym. I don't market to the people that's already there. The people I want to help are the people who don't have memberships. Now, mind you, I do help people who are already members as well, but if you don't have a gym membership, you're already 1 foot back. So I want to help you take 1 foot forward by using the fitness center you have here. All right, so if everybody's on that page with me, where first and foremost, you're going to have to leave your house to get fit. So if you're not willing to leave your home, you probably don't want to hear the rest of the message. But I'll say this though, you can't eat healthier. So let me start there. How many, and as Ms. Shrag says, or as she already spoke about, how many of you know what is the leading cause of death in America? Anyone raise their hand? Anyone answer these questions? You get a goodie bag too. So all these answers come with a goodie bag. The #1 cause of death in America. Obesity, you're close. Heart disease. Yep, coronary heart disease. Over cancer. And that could lead to a lot of other diseases too. Yeah, so you got a bag.
She said it too.
Yeah, you did. I'm sure you're going to have another one. Woody, I'm going to have something else for you, I promise. I'm going to throw you out of the soon, Woody. Have you? And again, what happens when you have a heart attack is your body reacts different to all the different processes that occur within one 24-hour period. Yeah. So that goes along with your respiratory system, your immunity system, and even just having a mini stroke can cause your body to react different to all the different processes that occur daily in your life. Now, how do you prevent having a heart disease? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's genetics, and obviously weight loss is the biggest way you can decrease your chances. But if it's in your genes and you don't do everything right, like not smoke, obviously eating healthy, not take too many days off of exercise, you may end up with heart disease later in life. So in my case, what I advise everyone to do is try to exercise 30 minutes a day. That's 7 days a week, 30 minutes a day. That's hard to do. And what most people don't realize is that exercise doesn't always have to be intense. You know, so when I say 30 minutes a day, I don't mean sweat dripping off the top of your head. I mean walk into the store instead of driving. I mean,
you can divide the 30 into 50.
Exactly, absolutely, Mr. Ag is right. You can. It doesn't take 30 continuous minutes. It just takes 30 minutes. So if you walk 15 minutes and sit down and walk back, that's better than not walking at all. Go right ahead.
Oh, but I do that. I use the fitness center and I do 15 minutes and I stop and I do 15 minutes. I walk the complex. I lost 30 pounds today. For the last 2 months.
And that's a good testimony
awesome.
right there. That's excellent.
They've been on for the last 2 months. That's a big fight for me because
Right.
I have high cold.
Okay.
Thyroidism, so your metabolism is slow.
Absolutely.
But I'm fighting that.
There you go. You have to. Good, good. My mom had operation on her thyroid disease not too long ago. And I mean, it all comes down to what you do after the operation that counts. As you said, sometimes life's going to throw us a loop and we're going to have to deal with it. How we handle it is what counts the most. My brother suffers from autoimmune disease. He could have gave up. His balance is affected. And a lot of times we do give up. Even after a fall, if you fracture your hip, your life expectancy lowers.
Yeah.
And the way you can avoid falling is by making your muscles and your joints stronger. So now, my next question, and everyone who participates in this, well, should I say the person who does it, or the people who do it, will get a goodie bag. All right, so if everybody want to participate, whoever wants to participate, I want you to stand to your feet. We're going to get active, just for a little bit. I'm not going to cause you to sweat, I promise. I'm not going to cause you to sweat. If you want to participate, stand up. We're going to see who has good balance or who has bad balance, making you more susceptible to a fall, making you more susceptible to a break. All right, so
I'm susceptible to a fall.
I can imagine. And again, you can improve your balance, but if you already know you have bad balance, don't try this yet. We're gonna work on the ways you can get, and that's another option too. But for now, let's see who can do it without holding on. All right, so we call this test the 15-second test. It sounds like what it is. We're gonna go 15 seconds, and during that 15 seconds, I want you to hold one leg up off the floor about 12 inches or a foot. That's all you're doing. No holding on. No holding on.
You
And
should be
know
able to
in
do
your
it.
head if you
He
done
needs
for
to be able to
15
do it.
seconds. So I'm gonna count them out.
You
If
should-
you don't hold
don't
it,
touch anything.
don't count it. All right, we got 1, 2, 3,
No, you young, man.
5.
You
Bring
young.
that foot up. 6, 7,
You young. Young kids can't do it.
9, 10. 5 seconds. 5,
You stay
4.
up.
Is it burning yet? 3, 2, and time. 15 seconds.
Stay up. Young kids stay up.
Good job, good job. All right, so I saw you tap every now and then. Some of you probably did. You the whole time? All right, now, if you didn't tap, stay up. If you didn't tap, I want you to stand up. Stay standing. If you did not tap, stay standing. I'm going to give you the challenge of the day. If you didn't tap, stay standing. Now, this could also be considered a stress test. All right, now what we see is usually how we incorporate what we're going to do next. That's our next thought process by what we see. If you don't have sight, as in at night, how do you catch yourself when you fall? Or do you just fall? Or if you're somewhere where it's not as lot, there's just not a lot of light, like down the dark stairwell. All right, so everybody bring your foot up. Yep, same foot, same foot. Now, only if you feel you're ready, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now, if your vision helps your balance, I want you to tell me how.
Get this one up.
Unless you can explain that, you should be able to balance for at least 5 seconds. 5 seconds with your eyes closed.
No, he needs to be standing up.
5 seconds with
You
your
need to be
eyes
standing
closed. All right, y'all ready? All right, let's close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, time. I couldn't see who was doing it right because I had my song too. So I didn't gotta trust y'all. Now who held theirs in 5 seconds? And you can hold it whatever you want to do. As long as you don't hit your neighbor. You can do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do with your arms. If you held your arms up, that's fine. You got your arms balanced, that's cool. So if you held your balance for 5 seconds, you have good balance. Now, with that said, that means you're less likely to fall. Now I'm gonna ask you guys to do one more physical test for me. We're gonna see who can squat. Now, I want to show of hands on who thinks they can squat in here. It's an exercise called the squat. Just like that, yup. There you go. Now, if you think you can squat, if you think you can squat, I want you to raise your hands. I just want to show of hands for now. All right, so this is where we get to the knowledge section of the speech here. Everyone in here can squat. I should see everybody's hands going up when I ask that question. Now, I'll demonstrate, but I want you to remember this. When you're squatting, you're just sitting down in a chair. And a lot of you stood out of a chair when I asked you to stand up. So guess what? You squatted to get down to that chair. I promise you did. So everybody in here can squat. Now, whether or not you can do it properly and whether or not you can do it effectively to burn calories, that's where I would help. That's where my partner would help. So a squat is just like it sounds. You're sitting down in a chair. Sitting down. Now, what a lot of people do wrong and how they end up injuring themselves when the doctors say, don't squat no more, you got bad knees. Don't squat no more, you got bad back. The reason they say that is because you're not doing it right. Now, if you squat right, there's no reason for you not to be instructed to squat by any health and fitness professional in the world. Now, what I want you to do when you squat, I want you to put your weight back on your heels. So everybody, when you sit down in your chair, sit down as if your chair isn't there. And watch how cautious you are when you go down. Watch how slower you move and how much more deliberate you move. Good. That's good. Sitting back on your heels. Everybody sit back on that butt. Sit back on that butt. I shouldn't see no heels up. All heels down. Heels should be down. Heels should be down on the floor. Good. Now, how deep you go, that can be related to some other issues. But if you can get to your chair and you do that 30 times, 2 times a day, or you do it for 3 sets, 30 times, that's your exercise for the day. You burn calories, you're healthier. And then now, I got some men back there and some women, an exercise called the push-up. Everybody in here can do a push-up. It's how you do it that maybe change different in terms of your age and your abilities. So I'm going to show you guys one push-up, and then my next challenge, my next bag winner will have to demonstrate that they can do 15 push-ups. And then you get your bag. 15 push-ups. Now, I'll say this, I'm not going to call them women push-ups, but my women, you can do modified push-ups with your knees down. They got to be 15 though. All right, and I only had 2 winners, so I hope there's not too many you got to do it. But what I'm going to try to do is demonstrate, and then my next contestant, male or female, comes up. And
Show me what it's supposed to be like.
yeah, I'm only worried about having your knees down on this floor. But if you don't have to put your knees down, first you want to start off, and it's not about how many you do. You can always take breaks. You can do 3 sets of 3 and start off with that, and then 3 sets of 4. But first and foremost, make sure you're doing it right. So you want your upper torso parallel to the floor. So you want your butt up. None of that hip dropping stuff. It's not safe. All right. So keep your butt up no matter what. When you go down, I want you to take your head forward and down, right above the floor. Breathe out. Push up. Women, knees down. Breathe out. Push up. Same concept. Only thing that changed is my knees went down. My knees down, look at my upper body. Same thing. Knees up, same thing. So what women do wrong when they put their knees down, they just take their head down. They do this. I'm not trying to have you do head ups. Anybody can lift their head up. I want you to do a push-up. So again, my standards are down, up. 15, and you get a bag, and it ain't about what's in the bag, it's the fact that you've gotten better by doing 15 push-ups. So whoever want to try, come on up. We got one contestant. You're young, so I should give you 20. But remember military standard. He got you in with his knees up for sure. And if you went to the butt of the ground, extend it back up. You ready? All right, let's go. All right, let's hype him up, y'all. He got it. You got it. 1, good. 2, good. 3, 4, those count. 5, those count. 6, good. 7. Oh yeah, he got the 8. Piece of cake. He's not even breathing. He can do it.
12.
Good.
13.
Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're young. Give me 20, give me 20. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Hey, how old is he?
Good job. That's excellent. I love it. I love it.
Hey, how old are you?
All right, so now we got our first woman contestant up.
14?
I got on the skirt.
What school?
Dr. Trash should be okay. You got it.
Tell me if I'm doing it right.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. Now,
Is this right,
that's a
Colin?
good position. Now, the only thing I'm gonna ask you to do next is take your body forward as you go down.
Okay.
So take your body forward.
Okay.
Let's do it. Count them out. That's 1. Good. You got it. Breathe. 2. Good. Good. Let's go. 3. Oh yeah. 4. Okay. We're getting out another bag today. 5. Good. Good. Let's go. 6.
I think all the way down.
That's fine. 7. Yup. Just make sure you're going forward. Your whole torso is going down. 8. So she's doing well. She's keeping her hips going down. Keep the hips going down. Hips going down. Let's go. 5 more. Let's go. Come on, man. Go. 3 more. Hips down. Hips down. Push. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. Nice. Okay. 16 it is. She did it. Good job. Excellent. All right. So, all right, you got 15? Knees up or knees down? Knees down? Knees down. All right, just asking. All right, let's go. 15 good. Let's go. Last one. 1. Breathe. Knees down. 2.
She don't got
Okay,
knees down.
knees up. 3. Good. Take it. 4. Nice. 5. Good. Let's go. Breathe. 6. Let's go. 7. Don't quit. We count 8. Gotta go down. You gotta go down. Let's go. Let's go. Give her back. Give her back.
Give it back.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I just for the breast
Oh
cancer.
wow, congratulations. You done it. Breast cancer survivor, much respect. Much respect.
Yeah, come on, survive.
Yeah,
You all please give her a round of applause.
absolutely.
This lady is a cancer survivor. All right. She is smiling and she had help from Senator Joanne Benson, who made contacts for her to get what she needed. So yes.
Good job.
Good job, everybody. Everybody, good job out there. And anything that you do, just give it your all, give it your best. So now I'm going to talk about program. And I mentioned 30 minutes a day. For a lot of you, that might not be possible. What about 45 minutes a week? And now everybody here should go up when I say that. 45 minutes a week. Because for a lot of you, that's more than what you're doing right now. Right? And that's all I'm going to ask you to do before I leave today. Make a commitment to do more than you're doing right now. There's certain tests that can help you determine if you're out of shape. I just gave you some tests to determine if you're not strong or if you got bad balance. If you can't walk a flight of stairs without being out of breath. If you can't walk around a lap on a track at a high school without being out of breath. Your chances of contracting a deadly or chronic disease rises by over 25%. Just by those 2 metrics, not being able to climb a flight of stairs and not being able to walk around the track once. All right, now we get to the topic that I know we've touched on already, but nutrition. I'm going to summarize what Dr. Frag says by saying I would encourage everybody to eat 5 small meals. If that's not possible, try to eat at least all your macronutrients. And that means try to eat your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Similar to what Dr. Frag was saying, with my small plate, with my 5 meals. Now, what I want to ask you guys, and this is another question that's going to give you a bag, or an option to get a bag. All right, so one quick question. If you were diagnosed with diabetes, blood pressure, high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, or arthritis, and I'm taking first hand up, are any of those diseases reversible?
Yes.
Yes, are all of those diseases reversible? All right, good, yeah, the first hand went up, and I think, right there, it was. So, all those diseases are reversible. Now, the problem is, a lot of people are only going to go to their doctor to get the solution for those diseases and some of those illnesses. You won't go to a health and fitness professional, you won't go to your local nutritionist, and that's where you can also get some reliable resources to help you get over those diseases. For instance, diabetes, Dr. Shrag talked about it, but also in the case that you don't exercise, you're also going to be more likely to develop a lot of those diseases that you talked about earlier. Now, what I would ask you to do is check with your doctor about ways you can get off of your prescription medication. And if your doctor says there is no way, change doctors. All right, that's first and foremost. Next, I want you to check your cabinet and see what you can do to help yourself by getting rid of some of the things that you shouldn't be eating or adding some things that you should be eating. Now, I've asked you to do two things. Check your doctor, check with your doctor about ways you can get off your medication and exercise more. That's 45 minutes once a week. My partner and I are going to provide you guys with some options to attend a class every week, and we're going to try to get all your information so that way we'll know what availability you have and what works for you. And if you can make it, that's great. If you can't, find a way to exercise on your own and also find a way to eat healthy. And I could talk to you guys for about another hour if I had the time. This is what I do. I'll say this, thank you. If you got any questions, anybody got any questions, just want to take a quick Q&A. Any questions regarding health, fitness, exercise? Brother, go ahead.
I got one.
Yeah.
I'll be 81 years old come September.
Congratulations.
I can't do them push-ups. I can't do the pick up, but I do work every night.
There you go. Yep.
I work for Sam Club, and that is a big club. I walk all night. I know some people say that's not an exercise. I don't know what this is. Just have to come in the club some night and see what I do. And I'll let you know what exercise is.
They don't know what they're talking about. They say that's not exercise. That's one of the questions I would ask you guys if I had you in a one-on-one setting. What do you do for a living? Your answer alone can determine whether or not you need to exercise. And you might not look like it, but there's a such thing. There's a thing that we call in the gym business skinny fat. Skinny fat sounds like what it is. You're at just as much risk of being in the unhealthy category or contracting diseases as someone who's overweight. So don't let the skinny weight fool you. Genes have a lot to do with that. Being in shape is always going to be about what's on the inside, not the outside.
I don't have a long-term GM, and I am retired, but I just don't want to exercise every day. You have to decide, I walk in the hallway.
Good.
If I do 4 laps on the hallway, from my apartment all the way around the building, I do 4 laps, it's a mile.
There you go.
I do 2. That's great. See, if I have bad knees, or sometimes I feel like if I walk outside, I might have a problem getting into the house.
Yeah.
If I walk on my floor, I can hold the walls. It's working, but doing something.
You know what's going to help you out?
But I do some form of exercise in my apartment every day.
And that's all that matters. You know what's going to keep you walking without pain? Squats.
I know that. They call it isometric something like that.
Isometric. All it takes is your body weight.
But I have to slide down the wall.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
That's still a squat.
I had to start out doing it for 30 seconds, 10 times, twice a day.
Okay.
And I've gotten up to 165
There you go. Wow.
We could hear more, but this is what I want to do. How would you like to see Omar come back next month? We need a little bit more time with him. Okay? You'd like to. Also, maybe we can talk with Tim to find out how we could utilize Omar and his skill and training and whatever he does in our exercise. We could have groups meet with him. You know, he can tell you, I'm sure, his fees or what have you, but you know he's not doing this for free. But it's worth it. Whatever it is, maybe, you know, he can give us, you know, a special rate if he get a group price. You never know till you ask. But I think this is something that we all need here at Oak Crest. Because I see a lot of people walking around, like she said, in their hallway and in the parking lots for exercise. You've got an exercise room right there. You just need training in it. You need to know what to do. Okay? So, including me. You know, I'm the skinny healthy person.
Can I say
So one more thing.
The only reason that I don't use the exercise room, because you have to add the monthly fee to your rent. I have enough coming out. I have enough to pay
Okay.
for
Now,
rent.
is it $10 a month? How much is it?
$10.
It's only $10 a month.
But you know what?
That's just like Planet Fitness.
But I'd rather come and pay.
Okay. All right, so it's almost 7:30.
We'll talk about ways that I could probably make $10 a month sound more reasonable. You know, but if you can't afford it right now, don't worry about it. But I promise you, there's some things you can cut out that would make that $10 a month seem like it's more worth it than the $10 you're spending on it right now.
It's for free. It's free, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Thank you.